Hi guys, it's me Sam here today, and I'm going to talk about the worst products that I tried in 2021. I wasn't sure if I was going to actually do this video because it is quite negative, and typically I don't want to be that negative person on the internet, but the truth of the matter is that we try things all the time, and there's lots of things that I've tried that I absolutely hated and I would not recommend to you guys, and it's better to just let you guys know than to leave you guys guessing. So with that being said, some of these things you guys might have tried and enjoyed, and if you enjoy them, kudos to you, continue using them. But for me personally, these things did not do so well, and I will explain to you why. And yeah, we're all entitled to our opinions, so let's get started. So one of the things that surprised me was from Milani. It was the Milani Glow hydrating skin tint. I got this in 2 different shades. I did give one to my daughter to use because this product literally has virtually no coverage whatsoever. It is very hydrating on the skin, but if you're wearing something like this, it kind of can become greasy over time, which is not exactly what I'm looking for, and I tend not to enjoy powdering my face, so or like setting my foundations or my skin tints, especially with something like this where you're supposed to just put it on and have it like a no makeup kind of idea. It just didn't really do that for me. Also, the shimmer in here is not ideal. I feel like there were a lot of products that came out this year that were trying to be this kind of radiant skin tint dewy things, and a lot of them fell flat, and this was definitely one of them for me, and it just made it really disappointing because I love Milani so much. Most of my products from the drugstore that I have fallen in love with have been Milani products, but this, so my expectation was just way too high for it, I guess. I don't know, but this just fell short, so not for me. Another thing is from Wet n Wild. There was a lot of hype about these 5pan eyeshadow palettes. Everybody seemed to enjoy them, and I've tried good formula eyeshadows from Wet n Wild before and really had higher expectation than what they delivered. I felt like they were very chalky and not very pigmented. They just looked like very inexpensive eyeshadows on the eye. And you know, I know it is a lower end brand at the drugstore, but I feel like they have done some really amazing formulas in the past that didn't necessarily reflect the price point. And so this was just really disappointing to me. Also, like, I didn't understand why everybody was how everybody was enjoying them when I just couldn't, which was extremely frustrating because I kept trying to make this thing work for me that just could not. The next thing I wanted to talk to you guys about are Colourpop pressed powder blushes. So I purchased a couple of these this year. This one is the Palatine one. These are the ones that I actually kept because I've decluttered quite a few, and this was the Fashion District. This was from the Melrose collection, and I kept trying and trying their pressed powder blushes, and this formula just falls short. Now, I do love their Super Shock Cheek formulas. Those are amazing, among my favorite type of blush formulas out there, but these pressed powder ones always leave something to be desired. I feel like on my complexion, which I am not very dark, they take a lot to build it up onto the skin so that it can really show and look nice, but then at the same time it fades. It does not last. I feel like I can check my makeup in an hour after I've applied it and go, where is my blush? So it's very disappointing. I really wish that they could come up with a little bit of a better formula. They've done such a good job with their Super Shock Cheek products, so I really wish their pressed powder blushes were just as good. Another product I was really surprised about is from Nudesticks. I am a big fan of these Nudesticks blushes, and I purchased these 2 new shades this year, but this one in particular, Crimson Lover, came in and I was so excited about it, and I had it. It looked, you know, pristine when I got it. I stored them in the drawer, the same place I store all my other ones, including the other one that came with this one, and this turned into this big disaster of a mess. Now, it's a cream product, so I mean, I'm not gonna just swipe this on my face. I don't normally do that anyway, so I was like, I'll still use it like this. And it probably just got warm, I don't know from what, because they were all stored together, and just wear it very carefully. And the color, there's something with this formula that's not like the others. It looks kind of nice like this, but when I apply it to my face, it shears out. It's like almost becomes a balm that is not like the texture of the other ones, and as you can see, it just gets this really weird bruised look. It doesn't look that flattering on the skin as it does in the tube, even like for as far as the shade goes. So it's just was extremely disappointing. It's very tacky. I don't know what is going on in this formula that's different than the other ones. This one does have like a shimmer in it and the other ones don't, so I don't know if that plays a part in it, but this was just super disappointing. The fact that it even melted that way like was super annoying, and I store them again in my drawer with all my other Nudesticks blushes like this, so it was just really weird. All right, another product that I tried and I did not like was Catrice, the Poreless Perfection Powder. I really wanted to like this. I was trying a lot of products from Catrice after I tried the foundation and really enjoyed it. I picked up the concealer and I picked up this powder along with some eyeshadow palettes and everything else. And this powder, it looks really beautiful when you apply it to the skin, and it says that it's universal shade and it's silicone free. I do agree that it is a universal shade because I did not feel like it gave any kind of cast on my skin, and I did use this in the summer when I was a little bit darker of a complexion, but it literally did nothing to fight my oils. In fact, I felt like it made my oils more exaggerated, that it like made my foundation separate more, like my oils just was pushing through, and it was just really disgusting. And I do not recommend this product. I used it multiple times, really trying to make the product work for me, and it just could not cut it. A product I tried early in the year 2021 was from Smashbox. This was something that was on sale at Sephora for the holiday. I don't know if it came out for the holiday, but I remember purchasing it for, you know, when they had the holiday sale for Christmas. And this is the Smashbox Halo Cheek Palette, and it had 2 cream blushes and 2 powder highlights. And when I got this, the blushes were pretty much completely dried out. I've tried plenty of times, you can tell, to really dig in there and use the product, but they're pretty much dried out. There's no pigmentation that I can get from these products. When I rub it really hard, you can see that the color would have been quite beautiful, except I can't get that to go on my face, which was really disappointing. The powder highlights are gorgeous, and that's why I hold on to it. You can tell like I use the highlights. There's a little bit of dust everywhere. They are quite beautiful, but the blushes were duds. Like, they came in and they were super dry, and I think for the money you spend and 2 out of the 4 products don't work, that is not worth it. So even if you got it and it was still good, like, I feel like it probably would have dried up fairly quickly anyway, if that's the way the formula is. Another product that I tried this year, I don't believe it came out this year, but it was one that I tried this year, was the and I could be wrong. If you know, let me know in the comments. But the Hourglass Unlocked mascara, everybody and their mother loved this mascara because it is a tubing mascara and it's easy to wash off. It can, you know, add length to the lashes, but for somebody like me with very few lashes, it did absolutely nothing for me. I've been trying my best to use it up on my lower lashes just to kind of, because it, you know, just to kind of use it, and because of the fact that it doesn't smear. So that is the one bonus from it, but honestly it was way too expensive to do absolutely nothing to my lashes. If you have small itty bitty lashes, if you have 11 lashes to a lid like I do, this is gonna do nothing for you. I feel like if you have beautiful full lashes and you just want some lengthening, maybe this is good for you, but for someone like me, absolutely not. A recent mascara that I use is this from Walmart. This is the Uma Sharon C Batter Boom mascara, and I've used this twice. The first time I used it, I was like, okay, this is all right. The brush is kind of crazy. I think I filmed it like trying new makeup and it wasn't horrible, but the second time I go to use it, it's already getting disgustingly clumpy and these bristles straight up poke your eye. When I wore this yesterday, my lashes looked so bad. Like they were so clumpy and disgusting, and that was like the second time I ever used it. So it should not do that after 2 uses. Like it feels kind of thick and like sticky when you're like pushing it into the tube too. Like it doesn't have any slip to it. I cannot be bothered with that. The next one I'm trying to use up just to get it out of my collection because it was, you know, for a drugstore product, it was kind of expensive. It's the NYX glue, brow glue or whatever. This is Elmer's glue. I'm convinced. I am not a scientist and I did not look up the ingredients. If you have, please let me know in the comments below, but like legit, this smells like Elmer's glue, it looks like Elmer's glue, and it feels like Elmer's glue when you put it on your brows. It does look nice, but the sensation and the goopiness of putting this on my face, it makes me feel grossed out, and I cannot enjoy using this. I'm using it up because it wasn't cheap, but it just feels nasty to put on my face. I don't like it. Okay, the last thing I'm going to talk about are these liquid eyeshadows that I purchased from Lethal Cosmetics. I almost forgot that I even tried these because I never use them. I never pull them out my drawer, but I have kept them because they were not cheap. These were $21 a piece, and they're an indie brand from Germany, so I waited some time to get the products. I picked out 5. I think there's like maybe 9. I forget how many shades they have on there, but I picked up 5. 2 of the pastel ones and then 3 of the black base ones. They look beautiful in the tubes and the packaging, but the formula is extremely inconsistent. The 2 pastel ones I will swatch for you. You can see like they go on very patchy, and on top of that, I will tell you this pink one here that I'm swatching in the shade 0 Day, it will stain your skin pink. This one, the blue one, is called Deadlock. They have like a beautiful sheen to them. You expect that they would look very beautiful, but you can see it's very patchy. And you can try to go in with a brush to make it less patchy, but it's, for whatever reason, it just does not help. And if you do too many layers, they tend to kind of collect and migrate into any creasing or creases or wrinkles or, you know, natural skin texture, collect and then crumble. The same for the black base ones. This one in particular, Cypher, though, you can tell, like even in the bottle, I think that it's way more viscous than these two. These two don't do that. And this one goes on very thin. I think my husband's home. very thin and it looks very beautiful, but again, it's slightly patchy. It's hard to get an even coat, and if you put too many layers, they crumble. These two are the best ones of the ones that I have. This is Payload and Interrupt, but it's kind of playing Russian roulette buying these and not really knowing how they're gonna perform. And I don't know if someone else picked out these shades and it came out with this formula. I don't, you know, it's not very consistent and I can't recommend them to anybody. You know, on occasion I'll use them, but they're very finicky and I don't always love the look. Let me know in the comments below products that you hated, if you tried any of these and loved it, if you know the secret method to get it to work. Let me know. I'm very curious. Yeah, if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. And until next time, love you guys. Bye.